Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching Supergirl Season 5, Episode 8, The Wrath of Rama. Just, you know, my usual heads up, if you are still a fan of Lena Luthor, please don't watch my reaction. I am unlikely to be swayed by her this episode if I haven't been already. And also, then, if you are watching this reaction, that means my worst fears have not come true. They're not going to, in one episode, do 180 and have Kara and Lena reunited and Lena forgiven for everything, because yes. I just want to take a quick statement. I'll talk a little bit about something that happened last week, which was Melissa's inspiring and brave honesty about her experience of domestic violence, and that it made me cry when I watched it, and I was just so in awe of how strong she is and how inspirational she is and how many people that's going to help. So I just want to say quickly that I stand with Melissa, and I know we all do, but she is a hero on and off screen, and I just added to my love for her. And yeah, anyway, on to the hopefully fun episode of Supergirl that we're going to have. It's the mid-season finale, isn't it? Because the next one's Crisis Part 1, so let's go. It wasn't a single honest. This whole dynamic with Lena, I know people said it had abusive elements. I mean, Lena is being an abusive friend, and just in light of recent news, it's even harder to watch. Oh, Kara.
I have to find Lena. What did Rama do? It wasn't him, it was Lena. She knew.
Oh, Kara, my love.
Where are you going to fix this?
So Lena's, I mean, she's never said she wanted to kill Kara, just use her, manipulate her. Oh, Kara, my love. You are too good, too trusting, and too brave.
You don't kill people.
We just brainwash them and use them, for God's sake. You killed Eve, essentially.
I'm not gonna give up on you.
Oh, Kara. This is honestly really hard to watch because of the abusive everything about it, and it was before.
They're saying that the Elder may put Tezumak in charge.
I imagine she's saying that that's what's going to happen. She's manipulating everyone.
We'll hold that against you.
You know, guys, maybe just cycle through leaders. Democracy? Oh, Kara.
She's been lying to us for months.
Yes, she has.
Lena stole Myriad?
She did.
Loaded with kryptonite, but she didn't use them.
Oh, Alex is so worried about Kara letting that happen.
He has some information.
And I forgive him his war crimes.
Lena, I was her prisoner.
That's what Lena does, takes people prisoner. He's lucky she didn't download an AI into her brain. Alex hasn't punked Kara yet, and I'm not okay with this.
We don't know her intentions.
Kara,
Trying to
sweetheart.
make people less violent. You use Myriad to impose your will on the world population, not save
Only
it.
someone that's lost their mind.
All she's experienced are people hurting each other the same way I did. Clearly, she thinks she's doing good.
But it doesn't make it good.
She's not hurting anyone.
It does hurt people.
I can still save her.
She's hurt Eve.
Yes, I do.
She's hurt Eve. Please don't forget Eve.
Who hurt her, so I'm going
Lena
to fix
fans. This is so hard to watch. Because Kara is just too good and loving and trusting. And she just wants to believe in Lena and save Lena. And Lena has just abused that and used that and put Kara in this position where Kara's blaming herself. And we all know what that sounds like. Kara. I'm so glad Alex knows and Alex is with her.
All of them.
Wake up!
Wake up!
If you're even in there anymore. Person I hoped you were.
You showed me who you really are, and I believe you.
You've showed us who you really are, Lena.
To say and lied to you, knowing that
Kara, you didn't lie to her because you were weak. You lied to her because you had to. You can't tell someone you've just met that you are Supergirl.
He wanted you to become him.
And you were doing what he wanted.
You are nothing like him. Nothing.
Apart from how you're acting right now. You know, okay, maybe if this was Lena, where she used to be good, this was Lex, evil. Lena's like here now, which is evil.
Lex didn't change me, and you didn't change me either.
You've lied, you grew kryptonite, you stole some of the black kryptonite stuff. And this, you've been lying and manipulating and vision punching people. Kara, it's none of those things. And if you believed in your friend, you'd think, why did she lie to me? You'd think, maybe there's more to it than that. Oh, Kara, I love you. I hate you right now. So if Lena gets a redemption arc, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep watching. Or at least reacting. And I'm really sorry about that. Give her a hug, please, Alex. Oh, Kara.
I'm gonna get through to her.
She's walked herself off the cliff, Kara.
Couldn't be that easy.
But you believe the good in people.
I fully understand why she feels betrayed.
Yeah, her feelings are valid. Her actions are not. Okay, Kara, sweetheart. Lena being hurt, valid. Lena ending the friendship, would be valid. Lena manipulating and lying you for months. Not valid. Lena wanting to brainwash the planet. Not valid.
Our entire friendship was based on lies.
But it wasn't.
Like you were damned either way.
Every time you hugged her, every time you were her friend, you helped her through something she was worried about, you were there for her. That was genuine.
It wasn't born out of a place of maliciousness.
Exactly!
It was born out of love.
Alex Danvers, our hero.
You were just trying to protect your family.
Exactly.
To protect Lena from
Exactly.
use that information to hurt us.
Exactly.
And look,
And everything Lena's done this season has been malicious.
this is someone who has turned a corner.
Yes!
This is not her. This is not our Lena. Well, who is our Lena?
Our Lena is gone.
She knew that Lex was out of prison and she said nothing.
Yep.
Knowing that she was Rain and she said nothing.
She's lied too, actually, that's fair. Like,
Kryptonite. And she kept that hidden.
yes.
Lena is leading her own double life. You were making her
That's so true.
She is one.
She is. So far she's been a Luther leaning towards the good.
Faith in some distant hope that she's gonna do the right thing.
Alex Danvers, the hero of the world.
When every single action that she has taken up until now points to the contrary.
This is what I have been saying. Sorry, just loving Alex Danvers.
I will not.
She isn't as bad as Lex. I will give her that.
That's why I have to.
Okay? She's not as bad as Lex, but she's still a villain.
To piggyback a virus into the bunker's mainframe.
Clever. Cora,
If we have
sweetheart.
to take more drastic actions.
It's because you're too good and too trusting and too caring.
Not with our hearts.
I mean, Myriad is such a big threat. They have to take measures like this. If Lena was, you know, just planning a little tea party with her AI slave, I would be like, oh, cool. You know, bit too much, Alex, but...
Inspired you.
Look, Eve was a bad person, but what Lena has done to her is inhumane and despicable.
This is your moment. Shall I activate?
Just think, when she launches it in a minute, will I no longer hate Lena? Will I think she's wonderful?
2.
I no longer hate Lex? Or anyone? Good. Good. We have crisis coming, we don't need you, Lena. Why don't you just live in your mountain? No one will hurt you in your mountain. Yeah, these two could just live in the mountain forever, sorry Eve.
The DEO will be able to deactivate our security defense.
How could you be naive to think the DEO would do anything they could to stop a brainwashing virus?
Unlock the array. Programmed was to ensure the success of Nonno Cherry.
She's your slave.
No, very well.
Your slave will do whatever you say, very well.
Together.
But the whole, like, from what they said, he committed war crimes.
Claymore 3 pointed directly at the bunker. But you can talk to her, right?
I mean, that is extreme, but brainwashing is extreme.
You know people
Oh my
can
love.
change. Look at you and Malefic.
I don't think that's the best example.
Because there was no other way.
Right, and look at the two of
Yeah,
them.
there was no other way.
The only reason Malefic
What
and
else
I
were you
were
gonna
able to
do?
the other side
Let him
because
kill
we
everyone on your
each other.
planet?
You
Happen
gotta
anyway,
talk to
but
Lena. What other option does she have?
that is the
There has to be
truth.
another way to stop
Find
them.
one, Kara, I believe in you,
Up a
okay?
bunker. He'd be killing all of them.
Yes, that is his plan.
Supergirl is not a god. I am.
Right on. He let go of that really easily. She gave a warning.
A known threat to stop an imminent one. Handing over a global
It's a risk.
to Lena and Ramacon gearing up for Pompeii 2.0.
And Crisis is coming and you guys don't even know.
You think what you're doing is
Trust
right, but
Kara.
she is our friend. Back from that.
I mean, Lena's already gone past the point of turning back, but we don't have to. We don't have to rise to her level. Lower ourselves to her level.
She doesn't understand how hard this is for me. Risk everybody's lives just to save hers.
It's an impossible choice.
He invaded
Selena
my
has
mind.
created.
He threatened Kelly, and now I'm just supposed to trust him.
I'm trying to save everyone.
Some people do things that reveal who they really are deep down, though. And if you give them second chances, things will never be the same because you'll always know what the darkness is in there.
There's no way I can reverse engineer anything now.
Oh no.
Both Hope and Eve gone forever. But
You didn't care about Eve before, did you?
The betrayal.
This is creating a monster here, Lena.
Let me any more of these horrible.
She's a slave. She's currently got no free will. She does what you say. Well, she's probably going to go do this now because her slave instincts to protect you.
You're the only friend I can count on.
Because you made her.
I'm not your friend. I'm something you created to serve a purpose.
Very true, Lena, I'm afraid. threw all your friends away. You practiced punching them in the face for fun.
Brainy, I've been wrong.
No.
Can't survive.
And if we use Malefic?
Our odds shift slightly.
Prep Malefic.
Oh, it's just... Because if Lena does this, I mean, as heroes, we have to do that. But now that there is another option, I 100% support using Malefic.
And now so will I.
Moment of truth, Lena? No, not even a moment's hesitation.
Malefic's interceptor's working.
Okay.
Wait.
Well, no, it's not. If there's no other choice, I'll have to use...
There is a risk. Jean said his brother has changed.
You have to trust. Cara, my love, mid-season finales are never good.
7 seconds, Director. 5.
Come on, Alex. LOL.
Destroy everything around them.
You're one to talk.
Uh-huh.
And how it always will be.
Keep telling yourself that.
Supergirl, can you hear me?
People will never change.
No, Rama, you're wrong.
It's not what Cara believes.
Change.
Unfortunately, Lena's changed for the bad. A bit too far. And he's back. And they're gone.
I lost. This is a life lesson to learn.
Yeah, that you're a villain?
Sometimes the good guys don't win.
Literally the opposite of that, Lena. Look in a mirror.
I wish there was more I could do for you, Ms. Luther.
Because that's how you programmed me.
I did all of it.
Drop the gun. You're surrounded.
But the ego knows it was Lena. So surely they'd be like, we have evidence it was Lena. Supergirl saw it with her own eyes.
Miss Luther, you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, my dashing heroes.
Lena, she's not gonna stop.
No.
I know. She's alive, thanks to you. Well, and to you. We're right about saving Lena and Malefic.
When there was another way, of course.
Changed.
I think, didn't Lena forcibly brainwash Malefic into being changed, though? So that's somewhat different. Is it time for Cara to learn about Crisis? Or is she not going to find out to the beginning of the Crisis episode? Will she use them to see... Future Auditory, whose name I've already forgotten.
I'm Russell Rogers.
That's his name. It's hard when the good guys win, isn't it, Lena? I'm so sorry, Cara. You deserve so much better, okay? So much better.
Her name is Magan. Bring peace to Mars for the first time in hundreds of years.
Or try, at least. It's good to give him hope, something to live for.
To be the promise.
But our dad didn't know that. I got a lovely spaceship. We had such cute dates in that. Did he ever learn to fly? There are lots of Monel and Cara parallels, like Cara looking at a picture on a sofa, and when she was thinking about Monel, looking at a picture of the two of them together, with that was the garage with the car that Cara and Monel were in. Oh dear, I was having my nostalgia about Caramel. Can you go away?
Released my brother from the family.
Testing everyone. I forgot he'd done that.
Brought my what?
Crisis.
Crisis.
Yay, good times. Literally the last person I wanted to see.
You'll need a mind like yours.
Someone who can checkmate
Lena's
anyone?
not even the best Luther. Like, the most useful Luther.
The hero.
Exactly what Lena thinks!
First, we have to discuss my sister.
I really like who she's become. Are we going to see this same segment in all of the Arrowverse shows?
Worlds.
Been here, done that. Don't have the t-shirt. Nothing's going to happen, I reckon. A surprise. Okay, so this was quite a strong finale, I think. And we saw Cara in a place that, in a lot of ways, she's never been in before to that degree. She's lost before. She's, especially in mid-season finales. She's felt like she could have done better. She's felt like maybe she made a mistake or that she just wasn't going to be strong enough to fight a fight. But on this emotional level, I think this is one of the first times we've seen her this vulnerable, and it was quite hard to watch. Seeing how much she was blaming herself, how much she'd taken everything Lena had said at face value as though that was fact, when it was opinion, it was Lena's feelings. And, you know, like I keep saying, and before I get comments telling me that Lena has a right to be angry, of course she does. If Lena went to Cara and screamed at her and said, I hate you, how could you lie to me? I would think, like, I would be like, well, Lena, you lied to her then, and then. You know, it's reciprocal, but I could get Lena being hurt and upset and ending the friendship. Manipulating, being vicious, as Alex said. Alex Danvers, Saint Alex Danvers, I shall think of her this episode forevermore. as she said to Kara, you know, Kara did it out of love. Kara did it out of compassion. And part of the reason Kara kept the secret for so long was because of that fear of ruining the friendship, because she understood what it would do to Lena. And that was something she admitted to when she told Lena. That is what has been bothering me so much, is that Lena's big bad, you never told me, when Kara told her. Okay, that's fine. I don't know how much review this is going to be, just because I'm still feeling my very strong Lena, anti-Lena feelings, and I love this show, and one of the reasons I love this show is its optimism and its hope, and Kara exemplifies that. But that being said, this show is going to redeem Lena, and if she sticks around, if she's redeemed, and then she's like, now I'm going to go away, I will be like, okay, off you go, fine. But if she's redeemed and sticks around and is on the team, and I am supposed to root for her, I will struggle very much with that. And I just found Kara this episode quite heartbreaking, very inspirational. The fact that she still believed in Lena still after all the... She has every right to lash out the way Lena did. You know, Lena revealed that not only has she been lying to Kara and keeping things from her, but that she has been intentionally using and manipulating her. Lena then attacked her and had a plan to, like, with the kryptonite in the place. Okay, sure, she didn't kill her, but she attacked her. You know, I will give Lena credit for the fact that she's not she doesn't want to go around murdering people, but she's content to destroy Eve's life. Eve is a criminal, sure thing, but she's content to steal Eve's body, to take, like, what she has done to Eve is despicable. There is no excuse for it. I don't care what Eve's done. Put her in prison, you know. When you've caught her, hand her over to the authorities and say, I've caught a criminal for you. You know, that is what you should do. And wanting to mind control the entire world, it's villainy. Sure, I can understand the logic of it. When you look at this terrible world we're living in, if you could just take away all the stupid things people think and make everyone better, but you can't do that. It's villainy. And Lena can't see that because she's a villain, and I'm not here for her being redeemed. And actually this episode, everything about how she talked to Kara and everything about how Kara is acting, I mean, this whole season has been very reminiscent of abuse. I mean, Lena has been emotionally abusing Kara, and now she's kind of physically abused her a bit. And it's been really hard to watch. I think the last episode when they were having their clash, I know in the comments somebody amazing linked me a very heartbreaking thread from a fan of Supergirl who has always identified with Kara, who has been a victim of abuse herself, who saw in those scenes, was triggered by how abusive Lena was and how Kara's response to it was that of someone who'd been emotionally abused. And I was thinking along those lines, and this episode, Kara continued down that line, and Lena continued down that line, and Alex was the voice of reason. And it's really painful to see, especially given Melissa and her inspiration and what she's been through. I found that hard to watch in a lot of places, and if anyone is rooting for Lena and is rooting for Kara and Lena to be romantic, you know, I'm someone who their friendship was always important to me, but I don't even want that to happen anymore because Lena's been too toxic and too abusive towards Kara. Whereas if you actually want them to be romantic, and you're one of those people that used to claim Monel was abusive, have a good long look in the mirror. It's not good. It's not normal. And please look at the relationships in your own life and make sure that you're not acting badly or that no one is acting badly to you, because I worry about people like that a lot. And this episode, I think Alex was in a very tough position. I completely respect Kara not wanting to kill Lena. I don't necessarily. I mean, I will make the occasional wild statement about Lena wanting to die, but you know what I really want is for her to just go away. If she gets redeemed, go away. If she doesn't, prison. That is what I want for Lena. I do not think she deserves to die because I don't think anyone deserves to die. So I got why Kara found that so, especially because, but part of the reason Kara was struggling so much with Alex's more lethal plan to save the world was simply because Kara doesn't like to kill people. And because Kara views herself as to blame for Lena's actions, when that is not the case. Okay? If someone hurts you, how you react is your choice. It is up to you. If your response is to use and hurt that person in response and to try and just brainwash the world, that is very telling about who you are. Yet from Kara's point of view, her love and her compassion are blinding her to just how far Lena's gone. And that's why I'm glad she has Alex, who's there looking out for her sister. And I love Kara for, you know, finding the non-violent solution. Yes, it required us trusting Malefic, but I think John having said that they mind-linked was quite promising there. Although I think Malefic's redemption because Lena brainwashed him. I'm kind of confused on that. But anyway, that being said, John was vouching for him. It was safe. Being a hero, that's a choice you have to make. And of course, that's the choice Alex did make. Even down to the point of removing the inhibitors, because Alex trusted Kara and her goodness. Alex trusted John. And it was the right call to make. And, you know, I feel like they should send Lena a little note, like, by the way, we were about 2 seconds away from murdering, from, like, you know, killing you to stop you. We didn't do it because we're the good guys. Wake up. So that was a lot. And it's Lena's so self-righteous with it. I mean, as Alex pointed out, as I've been trying to say to people all season, Lena has been at fault in their friendship too. Kara is not some devil person. Kara is a good, wonderful, compassionate person who isn't perfect. Shocking, I know. We all thought she was perfect. Come on, guys. People aren't perfect. Lena has been not perfect almost since we met her. And like, okay, yes, she was raised in the Luther household. She has Luther tendencies. She has tried to fight against them, but not that hard. And I will give her that, like I said, Lex is at the evil pole 5. Lena's at 3 at the present. She used to be at 2. Or 1.5. You know, Lena is heading in that direction. And I feel like the more they frustrate her plans, the more likely she is to get violent. Or to go crazier. And what Kara would like to see is for the opposite to happen, for Lena to come back. And given this show and the fact that they've said this season is about their friendship, I think Lena most likely will get redeemed. But given just how vicious she has been and how far she has gone, I cannot see that with her being a main character anymore. And maybe Casey McGraw has been acting it too well. Maybe the writing has taken it further than they intended. But for me, Lena is a written off character. I want no more part of her. I'm really annoyed she's going to be a part of Crisis because she'll obviously be helping them out, I imagine, because she doesn't actually want to kill anyone yet. So it's a lot of nonsense, really, if I'm going to be honest with you. And we haven't seen Nia in forever. I love Nia. Lena could leave and Nia could be in the show a lot more. She could be a much better best friend to Kara. She already is a much better best friend to Kara. So yeah, I am glad Alex was Alex. I'm glad Alex was so strong and firm on the fact that Kara was not to blame, that yes, Kara made a mistake, but she was damned either way, as she said, and that Kara was doing it out of love and compassion and a desire to protect and keep everyone safe. She didn't do it because she thought Lena was evil. And, you know, I get that. It's just the minute Kara told the truth and how she told the truth, every single self-righteous thing Lena had was false. And I probably ought to talk about the rest of the episode. I'm loving Kara still, but this episode actually hurt a lot to watch. I was feeling so upset for Kara and what she was going through, and so angry at Lena for having been far worse than Kara has ever been, for having done things far worse than Kara has ever done, and yet acting like she's the victim and the hero. And that's why I loved at the end when Lex was like, I've always been the hero, because that's exactly what his sister is doing. I am intrigued about what Lex is going to say about his sister. Does he want her dead because she killed him? Does he want her on his side? Does he want her to work with him? Does he want to patch things up? Who knows? But yeah, I am very interested with how Supergirl is going to be interacting with Crisis. I feel like poor old Kara is going to be pretty much dumped on her in the opening. Same with Kate. They're just living their lives and then boom, there's a crisis. But it's going to be a lot. And for Kara, I'm more concerned with her going forward in the season and how much she's going to be beating herself up and blaming herself, and how much Lena's going to get to continue abusing her verbally and just treating her like a punching bag because she got her feelings hurt, and that's not valid, okay? Lena is in the wrong. I'm glad John got to a good place with his brother. I still find the fact that his brother committed war crimes and they were just like, ah, never mind, we committed mistakes too. Yes, you did, but war crimes are mistakes. It doesn't bode well for Lena, really, does it, with the redemption arc here. So yeah, that was a good episode again. And to me, I was just, had one of my moments, like, day before yesterday, I dreamt that Mon-El came back into the show, and I was watching this episode and I spent the whole episode being like, is he going to stay? Is he going to stay? And I was really anxious about it, and then I woke up and it wasn't even real. So I think that's probably partly why he was quite so on my brain. Also, I do have some beautiful cartoons of Kara and Mon-El, like, right there. But this episode, just, there were so many little things that reminded me of Mon-El, and so many times where I thought about how good it would be for Kara if, as alongside her sister, she had him, because he always believed in her the most. You know, whatever his faults, believing in Kara was never one of them. And the person he was growing into and the person he did grow into would have just been such a source of strength for Kara, someone she could turn to be there for her, to help her come up with another way to save Lena, because of course he always would believe in Kara, and oh, just what we could have had. And then seeing the car where they went off to Argo City, and they had their beautiful date, and she told her mum about him, and her mum loved him because the writers were going to put them together until they changed their minds on the finale. And then seeing Kara sat there looking at the picture reminded me of her looking at the picture. I'm okay. So I think the worse Lena gets, the angrier I get that they wrote Monel out of the show. I assume to appease the Supercorp fandom that kept kicking up a fuss, even though they had treated a guest actor so badly that when interviewed he talked about Supergirl being the worst fandom in the world, even though they sent hate and abuse to actors on the show, far more so than anyone else has ever done. And now they're making Lena a villain. What was the point of everything? So yeah, if Lena gets redeemed from this, Monel was written off the show and stays gone, not going to be a happy camper. So yeah, I mean, Kara is still literally everything. Alex is always everything too, but Alex this episode was the MVP, and I have sort of loved this season and hated it. I'm having a very mixed relationship with this season. I am loving it, I am hating it, because it's causing a lot of negative emotions in me, but at the same time, I feel like we've seen this side of Lena brewing for a long time, as Alex said, and Lena, I think, has already gone too far, but because of Kara's love and belief, and because Kara is a good person, unlike some, to her very core, I think she probably will be saving Lena, and I don't know how I'm going to cope with that. So if Supergirl reactions do stop, I will try and do a video explaining it, and I will continue to watch, of course, Supergirl for Kara, but I don't know. I can only really react to shows I feel really passionate about, because otherwise it's kind of just me sat here like, which isn't interesting. So Clara is everything. I'm very scared for Crisis. 2 episodes to go until we get there. Thank you for watching.